haven't eaten anything all day. I haven't eaten anything all day. My stomach like hurts. I haven't eaten anything all day. So me, why would I not offer snacks?
But what are you guys gonna eat?
We didn't have like
We didn't have nothing to eat.
there wasn't a lack of snacks. We were leaving
But-
the next morning.
But I heard
I
you
didn't
was
want the
giving them-
snacks.
But I, heard
I
you
didn't
was
want the
giving them-
You
snacks.
had two other people in the
Shakira, I heard
house,
you was
bro.
giving out the good snacks.
I didn't want the
heard you-
snacks.
He
But
fed
you
the
had two other people in
waffles.
the house who paid for the
He fed
snacks.
the waffles.
Now
She had
you was giving the waffles,
she had some waffles.
Shakir. Now you know you're wrong for that. Now you know you're wrong for that. Okay. Well, God's beat to her. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of the O2 podcast. This is episode 6. How you doing, boys?
I'm good, but I just gotta say something. I think
Oh.
we're skipping over a conversation we need to have. So Shakir's 5'10" and
What's
you're
up?
6 feet. I'm not
I am
trying to be a
5'10".
hater,
I
but
never said I never
I
said
know-
I'm 6 feet.
I know.
I never said I'm 6
I know
feet.
the shortest man that I know isn't talking right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
all I'm gonna say is, at least I accept myself. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I thought Quadro's like 5'10",
accept my-
5'11".
I'm 5'11".
He's 5'11". I'm
Shakir's
5'10".
5'10". Quadro, Shakir stands next to you. He's 5'10".
I have bad posture, but I'm
Oh,
5'10".
you're blaming it on the posture.
You
No,
can
let's-
check my
it's
life.
cool, it's
No,
cool, it's
when
cool.
I'm sitting
I'ma let you
down,
rock,
I
I'ma
look
let you rock.
short.
It's cool. I'm gonna let you rock.
Don't you self-report your
Let me
height on your
rock.
license?
Say that again.
But
Say
it's
that
still
again
says-
for the people in the back.
On an official document, it says I'm 5'10". Therefore,
not
I'm
say-
5'10".
Quadro,
Did you not
say it
self-report
louder
that?
for the people
Is
in
the
the back.
document
self-report?
official? Is
Did
the
you not
document
self-report?
official? Is
Did
it
you
an official
self-report?
document?
You're not answering my question.
it
Did
a-
you self-report?
If
Did you
I
self-report?
okay, let's say I committed a crime, right? And
Which you
they're
did.
giving a description
No, you
based on
literally
my
did
ID.
commit a crime.
Based on my ID. What would they say? They would say I'm
That's-
5'10".
You literally
Now,
committed a
notice
Because my
crime, bro.
official document said 5'10". What did I do?
You literally
What did I
gave an
do?
entire.
Wait, hold
you
on.
literally-
What did I do?
You lied on an official
crime?
government document. That is a crime. What are you talking about?
I didn't lie. I didn't lie. I'm 5'10", bro.
Nah, whoever's watching this, he's 5'10". Let's leave it at that.
No, but you notice how you went through an entire story talking about if you got in a crime. Is it a yes or no? Did you
Bro,
self-report
He's
or did you
acting
not
like when you
self-report?
catch someone doing
I,
something
s-
wrong,
I
bro.
self
Okay,
I
it's a yes or no.
self-reported.
You self-reported.
I self-reported
Cool.
the truth.
Unless we see 5'10" on a physical document by a doctor, we cannot get behind you, my brother.
No. On my what's it called? On my chart, it says 5'10" too.
Did they actually measure your height, or did they ask you? Because I know at a certain point they start
They
measuring. They start
You know,
asking.
Brother, you could only lie for so long. When we get to Miami, we go and take pictures. And we start standing next to each other and the shit don't start matching up, we're gonna just look at you funny. But you know
Okay.
what?
No, he's gonna bring his
That's not the
tallest
kid is
shoes,
there.
bro.
How's your
He's gonna bring his tallest shoes. Look, you see? I know he was fine. Nah.
how's your day been, guys?
it's been alright.
It's been all right. I went for a swim today. Something some people
yeah.
can't do right now.
I can't even swim, so
But-
I don't know
Oh,
who
we,
you're laughing at. I won't.
one of these days we gotta touch on that story.
Oh no.
About- about-
You gotta
the
let
way
that one.
how
You
a
gotta
man
let that
did
one
not
die, bro.
the same way we're letting that whole situation die, we're gonna let that
No,
die
but
too. Just let it go.
yeah. My day was good. I tried to be productive. Getting some things done. I'm probably going to continue some things after this. I did 50
Oh.
pull-ups, and I started new. I'm trying a carnivore diet. My gastrologist says agreed to it. So trying something new because
Is it because you're allergic to everything?
basically everything is cooked. And like what she said was I have to reintroduce to actually find out what my body actually reacts to. I know damn well I don't react to like peaches or green beans, but you know, like since I eat all those certain things in combination, she said just try it one by one to see which I don't eat veggies
Mm.
anyway. So
I haven't. I don't think I stepped on the gym at all this week.
Yeah, it was my rest day today.
It was my rest week.
oh, first time.
Not the first time. I got sick. I was
Mm.
sick till like what, Friday?
No,
And then I was
something's going around. Like a
Yeah.
bunch of people I know have either been sick last week or this week.
Is something like COVID coming back?
I don't think so.
I think it's
I-
like
I
a
would embrace it.
form of the flu.
I wouldn't mind it.
Those 1,400 checks.
Who got a
Bro,
1400
you
check?
probably didn't get it.
You
I
didn't
didn't get it, but some people were getting it. No,
This
no,
year?
during COVID. During
Stimulus?
COVID.
No, the
The
stimulus.
stimulus checks.
The stimulus.
During COVID.
When was this? Oh,
2020.
I got me. I
I
had
didn't
me a
get
stimmy.
nothing.
I had me a stimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got me a
didn't get
stimmy. Those times when I remember that same week, I also got a college refund. Boy, was I balling.
Bro, I still
Yeah.
can't believe
Boy,
Ibra got a stimulus and unemployment. And I was just like, bro,
Oh, I got
what?
unemployment too.
That's just crazy.
I got unemployment too.
Hebrew spent his money. I don't all that money he made on unemployment. I still don't know the total, but I don't know what he bought with that money. He said he bought food. I think he bought 20K.
No,
20
that's
meals
what
with
Travis
food.
also does. Like money touches his hand, falls through, goes inside his stomach. Bro, like
That's how
crazy work.
That's how I usually feel. Nah, I don't know. This week, what is anything? I'm trying to think. Anything interesting happened this week?
Sometimes shit just be happening at home, and you gotta take it out somewhere.
Yeah, I don't have nothing interesting happen to you this week.
No.
I've been
think it's
home
late.
I've been home all week.
Bro, I've
Were
been
you
trying
off
to
this week
catch
from
up with
work?
my life.
No, I mean like the Saturday, Sunday. I've been just home. I didn't even go out.
I've been trying to catch up with my life.
Because your missus is sick. That's the only reason you were home this week.
Yeah, or else I would have met her on Saturday. But what can you do?
What can you do, man?
It's okay. It's a blessing in disguise. We're able to knock out 2 weeks worth of content this week. So you know what? We can't. I can't sit here and say I'm mad, but I hope she feels better. I'm trying to think. What is an interesting topic to ponder on today?
People getting sick, throat spray.
Nah. Okay. The throat spray got addressed.
No, that is insane. Who sent that to the group chat, bro?
Wait. Can someone like explain the full story to me? Because I
Quadra, you
just
got
read
this?
that. and
I
didn't
got
do
you.
anything.
You got this.
I'll try. I like saw the. I've never been able to watch it. Like I cringe watching it, so I've never been able to watch it. But from what I could deduce, it's like she's a 31-year-old mother,
Of three,
and of three, and she met with this rapper who's 25, but one of these internet clout people. So
Yeah.
she met up with him, and then she was like, "I'm going to fly out to you," and basically they were gonna go link up at a hotel for the night, right? So she paid for the flight, and then while she was, I guess while she was on her way, was like, "Oh," the guy was like, "You should pay for the hotel room," and she was like, "Okay, that's no problem. I'll pay for the hotel room. You're just gonna get me back," because based off his profile, she's assuming he's a high profile man, and she's going to.
Who's this rapper? Who's this
He-
rapper?
I don't think. No, he's a
nobody
scammer.
knows.
He's a scammer.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
just one of those people that just look rich on the internet.
yeah.
So apparently she was like, okay, whatever. What after she landed in whichever thing, apparently the guy had another girl come over that he deemed was worth it more than her. So he like basically flaked on her, and she didn't have nowhere to stay. But I'm
Wait.
guessing what they found out was the only thing. Yeah, that's what happened. Like
that's what
there was
you
another
did.
girl in the
I heard
mix. Like
something else.
yeah, the rapper, apparently the internet clout man had another girl that he wanted to link up with, so he basically ghosted her or whatever, and he wasn't responding. So she had to. There was a flight attendant on the flight that she took that helped her find a hotel for the night and then book her flight to go back home. The issue with all of this is, to add insult to injury, the only thing she packed was, I think, throat spray and then throat numbing spray and I
breath
forget what
mints.
else she packed.
And the work, bro, the dude was like, "What is that for?" She said, "Oh, you don't know
And
what this is for?"
maybe she just had a sore throat.
Nah. She
Like it was
explicitly
just some
said.
halls,
She explicitly, bro,
to
stop,
clear the
Shakira.
throat.
We're not giving benefits of the doubt. She explicitly said, "I was coming here to give you that neck." Like she
Really?
literally in the text messages, because he was like, "Oh, what is that for?" And she was like, "LOL, you don't know? I was planning on giving you head." Like she literally bought herself a plane ticket because she was so impressed by this dude. She bought herself a plane ticket, flew to another state, left her kids to go get some,
See,
her
I
free
feel like
club.
if you need I feel like if you need throat spray, you're not about the game. Like you're just a rookie, like trying to play with the big dogs. Like you need throat spray, like
Or she was
But
just
it's
trying to
just like
push her
using
limits.
steroids and
I'm just saying, bro.
it's just like using steroids in bodybuilding. You know, you
Yeah,
might
it
got it,
gives you
but
that
a little
enhancement.
a little enhancements
Bro,
never really hurt
she
nobody.
used the spray, so there's nothing holding her back.
But my thing is, I feel like there should be a standard we should start holding parents to,
Uh,
because there's no mother of I. I
imagine
can't. I
finding out your mom did that shit.
and the worst part, your
Insane.
mom goes online to be like, "Yo, he flaked on me after I flew."
and my thing is,
Keep
I
that
was
to
like,
yourself.
people don't understand what digital footprint is. Like, in a couple of years, your child will get a phone and get on the internet. I promise you, some kid in his generation is going to dig up this video and be like, "This your mom?
People don't care,
Are
bro.
you not embarrassed? If you're not even embarrassed for yourself, for your son?
They don't care because think about it.
Oh
Like if the kid
no,
comes, and what's the kid gonna do? Come and confront you? No.
that's true.
And
The
if they
kid
do,
can't
you're just gonna
confront
be
you,
like, "Why you in adult business?"
but in the same breath, like
I
I feel like
I
you could.
just feel bad for these kids and their like middle school lunch table, cause like
But
these motherfuckers are gonna get so
Nah, I don't
cooked.
think it's gonna hit the same
but
anymore though.
think it's gonna hit this.
Be-
You got to understand the
People are
world
soft now. They don't
back
be
when
doing
we
it
yeah,
anymore.
it's 10 years at the lunch table. It's probably now they could probably go snitch. They're gonna go
no,
snitch.
and
Nobody's
also
doing
it's
that.
like no more free lunch and stuff. Like they're taking away all those lunch
I mean,
Yeah,
programs, like all that stuff.
Quadro, Quadro, you have worked at a school. Is that the experience you've had with the kids of this generation?
oh no, no.
They're worse.
Do
If
you think
we're
they're
talking,
soft?
if we talk about right now, you know how our generation we would wait to get in confined spaces to really get at each other.
Mm-hmm.
This kids will do it on the spot.
Oh, they
Oh
don't
my god,
care.
I'll never forget that. I remember my first day there. Right, there was this girl. There's this boy and this girl. Like, for the lack of a better word, it's a low income public school. So you know what you're getting.
know what to
They
expect.
and then they were arguing back and forth, and then the girl said something about how the guy looks and was like, um, he called him ugly or something. And he turned around like he's like, "Bitch, you look like handsome Squidward." Now, the joke initially wasn't funny until I saw what the girl looks like and saw how accurate he pinpointed that description. Me and the teacher looked at each other and we couldn't help but laugh.
Wait, you laughed in front of the
But
kid?
no, I don't I don't think you understand, Quasi. I'm not a teacher. I don't hold no DOE contract. I am a tutor. I literally told her, I was like, if I want to laugh, I'll laugh. And y'all can't nothing about it. And the teachers sometimes are like, it's funny. The teachers will hide their laugh, I will laugh. I'll let them know I think it's funny.
That is.
I'm not here to be a role model. Like, what the hell? That's not. I don't get paid enough for all that. No.
The kids are fucking brutal, bro. Because one of my first jobs, it was like working at like a summer
Mhm.
camp,
Okay.
and I worked there for 2 days, and then I switched jobs. It was for like SYP, so I could change jobs. I worked 2 days. I'm like, this is not for me. I'm out of here. So
Okay.
we went on a. It was like 80 degrees outside. We went on a field trip to uh Central Park with like this class of kids. We go there, and then two of the kids they get into a fight, and they're just like yelling at each other. And then at the end, one of the kids like, "That's why your grandma's a drug dealer," and me and all the other all the other like teachers and stuff, we just looked at each other like, "What
Like,
the fuck is that?"
whoa, that's why your grandmother's a drug dealer. It's insane,
Drug.
bro. That's insane. I could not hear that. I could not hear that. Those are fighting words right there.
I don't know. I sometimes when I see situations like that, I try to think about the parenting style that I need to have when it's my turn to be a parent. Because we have all these generations of YN, but there's this little girl that I privately tutor. I don't know if I told you guys, like that's another thing I do. I'm a private tutor too.
How many jobs you
And
have?
she
Yeah.
nigga, the funds have to flow. And you need to hustle. Don't worry about how many jobs I got. I'm moving like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. But the little girl, I think, is the first girl I've met from this generation that has decent respect. Like, she will show up to my tutoring session on time. Every time she has to leave the screen, she's like, "Mr. KT, am I allowed to leave?" I'm like, why? In my head, I'm like, why are you asking? But I'm just like, she's what gives me hope for the next generation. The other 99%, I lost I have yet to meet a kid other than her where I'm just like, you are our ticket. Everybody else, I'm just like, we just going backwards. We just going backwards.
Like, y'all heard of Galaxy Gas?
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that, bro. It dialed
What's
down
that?
Bro,
though,
so
it seems.
yeah, it's like this. It's like, whipped cream? Like, to make whipped cream, like the cans of whipped cream. Like,
Yeah.
to make a can of whipped cream, you gotta put this this sort of like gas into it, right? To make like the
Okay.
foam. Motherfuckers are inhaling the gas straight up
Yep.
because it gives you a high in your
It
head. It
literally
makes you
kills your brain
dizzy.
cells, bro.
Yep.
My thing is, how do you discover that? Like, you were just eating whipped cream and decided,
No,
let me try
yeah,
out the gas.
yeah. People are buying whipped cream. Not like just for example, you at a party, you have whipped cream, you spray some, and then you want to put some in your mouth. That's how people found out. Like
Yeah.
they do it, and then it hits them. They're like, oh, do
Like,
some more.
let's go straight to the
Exactly.
source.
Let's
Let's
just
go straight
skip
to
the
the
whipped
source.
cream part. Let's just go get the gas.
Whipped cream.
That's what they started doing. And you know how social media is like quick with stuff, becomes trendy, started blowing up.
Yeah.
And it sounds cool. Like, if it's fucking poison, why would you give it a name like Galaxy Gas?
She about to go to the galaxy.
It sends you straight to the stars,
I
bro.
like. I've never understood the concept of drugs, but I think the way when I was in high school, I got in an argument with this girl. I'll never forget. And I actually, because it was a genuine question, but she took it as offensive, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, why do you guys smoke? And then she was like, why do you play video games? And I was like, because it's fun. And she was like, exactly. That's exactly why we smoke. I didn't say this part out loud, but I was like, after I play the same state I entered my room in to play video games, the same state I leave. That's not the same thing for you.
I think Shakir can't laugh to that one.
So,
He's
I
so
think
how are you going to compare it to that? And I will never understand it.
no, it's
I think as the resident pothead here,
Okay.
I would say there's levels to it. Like, I feel like some people definitely overdo it, and
Mhm.
like, no matter what anybody says, you can get addicted to weed. Like,
No, absolutely,
like, I'm
absolutely,
gonna be
absolutely.
honest. You can get
If
addicted to weed.
I need,
There's
hold up, hold up. If you need a blunt to go to bed, if you need a blunt to wake up, if you need a blunt to brush your teeth, look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're addicted, because there's no way. I remember, I forgot where this was again at my job where they were having this conversation, and then somebody was like, "I need a blunt just so I don't crash out on people."
yeah, they're substituting
see,
it
that's crazy.
for like weed itself is not addicting, but the effects of weed.
Yeah,
We're like if
Mm.
depending on what you're trying to run away or like hide from, makes it addicted because it hides the pain in the sense.
yeah, and also
Not pain
like
necessarily, but
like technically you should be doing weed after you're 25, but no one's gonna listen to that shit.
yeah, just like drinking.
Because until you're 25, your brain's not fully developed. But like,
Okay.
no one's gonna listen to that shit. People are gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah,
I don't know. And it's like, I mean, I've never done it, so I don't like to speak. I don't like to speak and judge other people on it because I was like, I've never done it enough to walk in your shoes to understand where you're coming from. So me judging you is a little bit ignorant. But from what
Mhm.
I observed, it's like there are some people who are like who seem worse off, who seem better off not using it than on it. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've definitely met people whose personality has completely
Oh,
changed
yeah.
because of the amount of like weed or other drugs
Mm.
they've done. With
And I feel
that's
like,
where I think it's bad.
if your personality is like your personality is I smoke, you need to like
There's a lot of those nowadays.
dial that.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
you need
of
to dial
those.
that back a little bit.
Like, you trying to
Yeah.
smoke? I can't. Like, oh my gosh, especially on the dating apps. I feel like it always comes back to that. Like, back on the little white app. You know the little bios?
Okay. Yeah.
That was all you see. The leaves, like so it's we vibing when we are able to smoke together. You know it's a match when we're
I
able
was
to
like,
smoke together. Like, could we
if we got to
just
do that to connect to some,
enjoy some
can we just
grass?
talk?
I
Can I
mean,
get
I
to?
mean, I mean, being high together, it can be a very intimate moment. Like if you're both high at the same time and you're just talking and the conversation's flowing, it does feel
It
really
never
good.
did it. Well, I don't know, but obviously it hits everybody differently. But it's never done anything to me. No,
Yeah. So another thing I think uh is not I think it's actually like people are like predisposed to how weed
yeah,
will
of
affect
course.
them. So like for some people they they smoke weed and it like dramatically increases their chances of getting like psychosis or like permanent like illusions and shit like that. If you're genetically like
Predisposed, yeah.
disposed to that, exactly, you're fucked. You should not be smoking anything. You're
So
cooked.
yeah, the problem is you don't find that out until you light that first spliff.
Yeah, but one spliff doesn't do it. You gotta smoke a lot before anything like that happens.
Mm,
But you gotta understand your genetic makeup.
Yeah.
mm. I remember another prominent question I was asked recently was that would I be able to be with somebody that smokes cigarettes, or would I be like,
No. Ew.
No, absolutely
Bro.
not.
and or would I be with some? I think I'm matured enough to understand if you can learn how to separate like smoke recreationally, I can be with you. If you can learn like actually at our big old age, if you could do it maybe once or twice a year, we could work something out.
That's not
We could work
recreational,
something out.
bro.
Once or twice a
That's
year,
not
weed or
recreational.
cigarette.
A
That's not
cigarette?
recreational.
Oh,
I
you
That's
can,
talking about? I
you're
thought you were
not
talking
even a
about
smoker.
weed.
I
Oh,
guess.
buddy, you tweaking?
Oh, weed. I can't. I at my full age, that's one of the things I say. I can't be with someone that smokes too often. That's just my preference.
Once a year? That's not even
No, he's just
smoking. You
talking
don't
about
smoke
smoking
if
in
you smoke
general.
once a year.
Not weed, not cigarette. He's
No,
just talking about smoking.
no, a cigarette. I can't. I couldn't see who my partner with a cigarette. That's how I answer the question. If I see with a cigarette, we're done. We are done.
I could not do that.
You're not about to sound
I
like
could not do
this.
that. I
No,
could not. I could not. It
I
just
couldn't be with someone that
stinks.
smokes
It
cigarettes.
stinks.
I couldn't. I
This
I couldn't be with someone that has an unhealthy addiction. Period.
But I have.
Period.
Have you ever smoked a cigar? Not you, Quadro. Have you ever smoked a cigar?
I haven't, but I'm when we go to Miami, Cuban.
I'm down. Oh, this is being
Sorry.
released. I don't care. I'm down. No, but like I've
I'm
tried. I've
down.
tried a Cuban before. It was all right. It doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't do it. I don't. What does it do? What is it supposed to do? That's the thing. I don't understand
It
certain
doesn't do anything. It's just tobacco.
leaves. Basically, it's just yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
you're just it's like the flavor and like the aesthetic of it, I
bro,
guess.
smoking never made sense to
It
me.
looks
Like for me to
yeah.
do something, it has to kind of make sense to me. Putting smoke in my lungs just never clicked in my head.
Like
It never clicked. Even if you're supposed to have an
smoke,
effect, it
smoke,
never clicked in my head.
smoking and drinking. The cons always outweighs the pros for me. Like you could drink, and for maybe 2-3 hours, you would have a great time. that next morning and your next 24 to 48 hours,
Nah,
you're
it
fucked.
depends. It depends.
Nah, if you're hydrated, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Keep it a buck.
Stay hydrated. You'll
Or
be
just
alright.
drink tequila.
Like me and Quasi, we was walking around with a fucking what's it called? Like the thing that kids drink. Pedialyte.
Oh yeah, bro. I always had those.
When was
Oh,
this?
It's
back
fucking
in-
genius.
back in
No,
uni, back in
carry a
uni.
Pedialyte
Oh,
You know?
back in the drinking
Yeah.
days.
I don't, bro.
you,
Carry a Pedialyte. You'll be
No,
alright.
you still drink. So what do you mean
no.
back in
But
your
like
drinking
one
days?
thing I would say: do not drink a beatbox because them drinks whoop your. Even if you have Pedialyte, because I've been through it. Even if you have Pedialyte, I think beatboxes are worse than Four Locos. I'll just put it out there.
I'll
That's
never
a hot
forget-
take.
I'll
That's
never
a
forget-
hot take.
I'll
I'm
never
stand
forget
by.
when this. I'll never forget when this went to that event. Not the three of us went to that
Oh,
event not too long ago, and yeah,
I remember.
yeah. And he drank so much. He talked about I
He
can't
drank
feel my
half
face,
the
but I could
box,
drive
bro,
home.
and my guy couldn't feel his face.
Yeah. Nah, here's the thing. That was like after junior
Yeah,
year,
it was a
right?
while. Yeah.
I stopped drinking as much. It was like junior year or first semester of senior year. After that, like I would drink once in a while, right? Junior year was like prime drinking years. Like that shit was crazy. Like
Okay,
I remember when went on a cruise, like
yeah,
it was
no,
free drinks. You
you
just
wildin'.
go up to a bar, free drinks. Like at a point, I didn't know if the world was shaking because of the drinks or because I'm on a boat. Like 10 days straight. Like
okay.
but since then, like I don't have a reason to drink, like because I've never really like liked the taste of alcohol. I only drink at socially or like at parties, right?
Okay.
So I think the last time I drank, it was like there's this place in Manhattan. It's called Swingers. It's like
Mhm.
it's actually a really cool place. It's like don't look at me like that.
Swingers.
It's like
You're in
a
a relationship.
go.
Going to
Yeah.
swingers? You a
No,
swinger?
yeah, it's like it's a golf place.
Oh.
So
Did you go with your did you go
Oh,
with
it
your
Yeah.
just
missus?
opened. I know what
Oh,
you're
yeah,
talking
we
about.
went.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
cool actually. You should go. So they also have like you get 2 free
Mhm.
drinks, and then you have like a golf course. So that was the last time I drank. Other than that, like before then, I drank like 2 months ago.
I think my problem is I'm too curious. Like, I don't like drinking, but like if I see a drink that looks cool or interesting, I'll drink it once. Like I'll want to taste. That's the same thing with drugs. See, I would like to see how certain drugs would make me like feel or act. But me personally, I've seen people, so I'm not gonna go and do it. You know what I mean? It's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
curious,
It's like,
but I'm not gonna go and do
Don't
it.
get me wrong.
But with alcohol, I'm
I'm
gonna take a
I'm
shot.
very curious, but the first bit of research I do is I find out what it has done to somebody else. Like I look at what that track is. I remember what was it? Because when I first got here from Ghana, like again, never smoked, never drunk. So I remember we went to a high school party, and this was our freshman year of high school, and they're all like chugga 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 chugga, right? And I'm watching them throw up on themselves with that. I said that couldn't be me. I also think as a man, you can't be a nasty drunk. No, you can't be over here throwing up in yourself. Now we gotta change you, lift you up.
I was
No.
stand.
You
I stand by you on that one.
What's
I
up?
stand
Yeah.
by you on that one.
No.
I do stand,
I've
but
thrown up once.
I remember.
but it was in the confine of my own space with nobody to see me. That's one thing I
Exactly.
credit myself for. Like, no matter what,
Me too.
I'm good
I
in front of people.
remember in college we have this thing once a year. It's called like the President's Ball. It's like this big
Okay.
like dance. So I went there. Me and my friends, we all pre-gamed. Some motherfucker mixed up some jungle juice shit. I don't even know what he made up.
gosh.
Everyone that drank that shit threw up. But yeah, I drank like half of that shit. And then
You drank how much you drink?
so he made like a whole flask of it. I drank about a good half. And then after that, we went to like the dance floor. And I'm like, yeah, I cannot be here. I'm seeing fucking colors talk to me. Like, what's going on here? Let me go. sit my ass down. I don't want to ruin anyone's night. That's my thing. Like if I get drunk or if I'm really high, my main thing is I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm not ruining anyone
Yeah.
else's night. I'm not gonna be the one that next day they're like, we never taking this motherfucker anywhere ever again. So I went
Okay.
and found myself a bench. I sat on the bench for a while, and then eventually my friends were done. We went back to the dorm. So in the dorm, I'm sitting on the sofa. We got the TV on, and like we just playing like music on it, right? One of my friends is at the table with his head down. Motherfucker can't lift his head up. He keeps throwing up on himself all over the table. Another one is sitting on the other couch talking about I love you guys so much and fucking throwing up all over the floor. I picked myself up and went to the bathroom and threw up myself. Like I'm not throwing up on the floor. No one's cleaning up after me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what it is, but I haven't thrown up since I came from Ghana.
Hey, you just a strong man.
I haven't thrown up. I think in what year is it?
I
13 years?
just be eating sometimes. I think about something. I'm just like, "Oop, I gotta vomit. No,
Yeah,
but
no.
I don't. I was
Yeah.
gonna say something crazy. I was gonna say something crazy, but I'm gonna skip past
speaking
that.
of seeing
No.
colors speaking to you, remember that drink we had down in during Halloween? Like I came with
which one?
the t-
What happened? What happened that Halloween weekend?
oh, it's
Because I keep hearing
no,
you.
okay.
I keep hearing
We always
he was giving somebody the
we
snacks.
always hung out.
He was giving them the
Yeah,
good
we
snacks
always
too.
hung out during like Halloween or different times. But my
Yeah.
friend had this company, right? And he makes drinks, beverages that people of young people like to enjoy. I got some, and I think I brought it down to Shakir. Tried it.
I know what you're talking
That
about.
one, that
The one mixed with the weed.
yeah, that actually made me that was a nice drink. It tastes terrible, but that was a nice, effective drink. You don't need to bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm be so honest. If he pursued it, he would, bro. It made you don't need to pregame if you're taking that, because that what are you doing? It makes you bro. You're feeling good. You're just chilling. You're vibing. No headaches. Nothing. Tastes terrible no matter what though. But I took it. We went out, and then everybody's out here feeling the vibe, music bumping. We went to a club. It's Binghamton, so it's just like everybody there is just vibing. Everybody, the cops don't do anything over there. It's just they're not restraining their students.
Yeah.
Unlike where I came from, right?
Okay.
So we just in there. Ibra's there. It's hot as heck. I think he took off his shirt. Everybody just bumping. No.
Shakir took off his shirt.
think we all did at a certain point because it was
Nah.
so hot in there.
I,
You had
I
a
took
onesie,
I
bro.
took off my jacket.
That was insane.
Yeah, no,
In the
I had
club, bro.
A
because
grown man in the
I was in a
onesie.
onesie
What
too.
I
the
was a
costume?
bear. I was a
I was
bear.
Baby
I
Yoda.
was a bear.
I don't care. I was chilling.
I was a bear. Exactly.
Baby Yoda with
Okay.
a do-rag. I was in there bumping, bro. I blink, I open my eyes. It's like 4 or something in the morning. Like it's damn near 3 in the morning. And I think right after that was when we went to the after party thing, where Ibra and his connects. That was when this brother man decided to serve snacks to guests that didn't deserve snacks. That's how I'm gonna just put it. If you want to expand on that story,
Hey, man.
Shakir, you could expand
Last
on
time I
that story.
remember-
That's
last time I
your
remember
story
he
to
was like,
tell.
Last time I remember, Ibra said he was giving them the good
was
snacks,
giving them
like
the-
the Chips Ahoy.
Bro, my man was feeding people. My man was feeding people.
Nah,
Okay.
because we were in the car coming back with the 2 people, and the whole time she's like, I haven't eaten anything all day. My stomach like hurts. I haven't eaten anything all day. So me, why would I not offer snacks?
But what are you guys gonna eat?
We didn't have like
We didn't have nothing to eat.
there wasn't a lack of snacks. We were leaving
But-
the next morning.
But I heard
I
you
didn't
was
want the
giving them-
snacks.
But I, heard
I
you
didn't
was
want the
giving them-
You had 2 other people in the
Shakir, I heard
house,
you was
bro.
giving out the good snacks.
I didn't want the
heard you-
snacks.
He
But
fed
you
the
had 2 other people in
waffles.
the house who paid for the
He fed
snacks.
the waffles.
Now
She had
he was giving the waffles.
She had some waffles.
Shakir, now you know you're wrong for that. Now you know you're wrong for that. The waffles,
I
No,
wasn't
because
gonna eat them.
those egos coming like packs of fours.
I'm not gonna lie. When Ebro came to that house, the first thing he did was go to that kitchen. He didn't see shit in there. That nigga was pissed. He was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Hey, man, we came in, people started eating." He was like, woke up the next day. He asked a question, and then once he got the answer, he's like, "Bro, you are not for real right now. You gave snacks for the no, but it was a fun night. But
I think
that drink was nice.
I think knowing
I
what I
think
know,
you'd like it, Quadro.
knowing what I know, knowing what I'm not until the day from the day you've known me to the day I die. I will never drink alcohol. I will never smoke weed. You will never see me in that
Now
capacity.
you want to do
ever.
like
Would you?
DMT?
Would you try? Would you try? Yeah, exactly. Would you try DMT?
What the
Just
fuck is
yes
that?
or no?
No, I've not tried anything.
Would you? No. So DMT is actually so interesting to me. Like, I don't think I'm brave enough to ever try it, but
I'll be down to.
it's insane. So
What is DMT?
essentially, it's the chemical. It basically makes you feel like you how you'd feel if you died. Like you experience no.
So
You experience like your ego dying, right? And then you
okay,
have a profound understanding of life that you
okay,
yeah, so like people have come out of it, like there's been people that have been like severely depressed, have been traumatized throughout their life, and they've tried DMT and they were able to like let go of all that shit.
But how about the other people?
okay. Let me. I'm gonna stop you right there. Right. So I've been asking this question to y'all in the group chat a lot because I feel like y'all playing with me, but nobody really want to be answering me honestly. Do you guys not respect me? Like what?
No, why would
So
you?
so I don't drink and I don't smoke. Why
So
would you get on the mic, look me in the face, and ask me if I'm gonna be the next nigga that
To
tries it?
experience that,
no,
he
so
doesn't drink or smoke. He said, "You want to experience that?"
so okay. So not only that, like there's like this tribe in I think Peru or some shit. Like they live in like the forest and shit, and their entire culture is around this herb. It's called
Oh,
ayahuasca,
I heard
right?
about that.
And
Okay,
ayahuasca, the main proponent about it is DMT. So
okay,
there's like shamans there that like you it's almost like a spiritual journey. You go there, they like a shaman walks you through it. You take DMT over like a span of 6 hours, and like you go through like a lot of like all your mental problems and shit like that. Like their entire culture is built around this drug.
okay. So again, I'm gonna ask you again. Why are you
I don't
recommending
think
this shit
I
to me?
don't think you are the right person to take it, but I feel like maybe you should try psychedelics.
I don't think he should.
I'm,
I don't
I'm
think he
okay.
should.
So I'm gonna rephrase it. I'm gonna rephrase it again because I feel like I'm not talking to people right now. I'm talking to like sheeps, right? So I'm gonna say it again. From the moment you have known me till the moment you, hopefully, it doesn't come to that you go to my funeral. One thing you can say at my eulogy is I never saw him smoke or drink. Period.
I mean, if you're doing shrooms, you just eat it.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not gonna try any drugs. I think I got to do something that sets me different from the crowd. This is gonna be my defining factor. I can't do it. I can't
I
do it.
see. I see.
If I was gonna do it, I should have been did it while we were in high school and college back when that shit was cute.
No,
I'm too
no,
good for that
like you're
shit
right
now.
about like back when that
But
shit was cute. Because back then it it didn't
Yeah,
seem cute to me, but it seemed cute because everybody was on that. Nowadays, I just see people and
yeah.
I'm just
yeah,
like,
but
eh.
but the thing is, technically, you should be doing it when you're grown and you have matured to the point where you don't think, oh, it's cool to do this. You know what I mean? You do it from like an
I see your
understanding.
point,
You should do
but
it
no.
when you're older and your brain is developed. But culturally, I feel like it's very like, for example, drinking is like very cool to do when you're young, right? or like smoking weed, whatever. It's cool. It's seen as cool to do when you're young, but it shouldn't be. It should be when you're older. It should be like more normalized.
I think one day we
No,
should
I
all
don't
get
get
on a
that.
boat, go in the middle of the ocean, and just do some drugs, and just see what happens.
Okay,
I
so
agree.
I
I
don't know what
agree.
Ibra's gonna say to this, but y'all
Nah, but
motherfuckers are
like we should
crazy.
just see what
And you
happens,
can
bro.
you
Think about it.
quasi
We
let
should
me
just, bro. You got the
let me
camera.
stop
We
you
could
right.
vlog it,
Let me
live stream.
let me stop
Vlog
you right
it.
there. Let me stop you right
Yo,
there.
there's this guy on on YouTube. He's like, every day I'm gonna try a different fucking drug
Oh gosh.
until like I die or some shit. So
Oh god.
he like has went through like every single fucking drug that he can find.
Oh gosh.
She say, what did she say?
She just said she was just like no, she just like she was the first person to actually like clock the reason as to why I don't drink or smoke, and that's because I had an alcoholic uncle. He's fine now, but it was just like growing up.
What have you guys ever wondered, like, why is it always the deadbeat people that have the most kids? Like, there's
Because
people out here trying to find one partner, and they are here finding that many, and while being that shitty.
I don't. The thing is, I haven't known him in so long to comment on his personality anymore. But from what I remember him, but anything I say is this what I remember him 13 years ago. I haven't seen him in 13 years. So when I last saw him, like he wasn't like he's always been like a present. The one thing I always give people credit for is a father that stays, or no matter how bad the situation is, because you very easily can just pack up your shit and leave. That I will never shit on. Like you could be broke and deadbeat, as long as your child knows who you are and you show up and talk to your child. That's enough for me. So I can. That's one. That's one good thing about all of like the men in the families. No matter how bad the situation got, they always stuck by their kids. It's just how they stuck by them. I was just like, you could do a little bit better, because I think his profession back then, he was like a carpenter. He was good. He was good, but it's like it was back in those age where it's like people didn't believe a carpenter could be something. Now it's completely different. Now, as a carpenter, you really get on your shit. You really crafting some like real shit.
Yeah.
Niggas will pay you big for that. But it was like back then, it was like you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an engineer, you want to do this, you want to make money. So like being a carpenter, he didn't really take it seriously. And it's like he'll get a job, he'll do it, and then he'll go buy liquor with the money. Like where are we going with this? But like eventually he like ended up getting like I think he got like some lottery to London, and then like now he got a little bit he got a little bit chunky. So like once
Oh, the
once somebody
stomach
get
came
chunky,
in.
life is good.
The
Yeah, once the stomach comes in, they get a little they get a little fatter on their face. Life is good because they eat them properly now. They get nutrition they used to get. But it's like I haven't spoke to him in so long to comment on him now. But back then, I wouldn't say he was like shitty or anything. I just think
No,
he could have been.
I'm not talking about him. Like, I don't
No,
know.
I know what you mean
I'm
by
talking about
no. I
in
was saying
general.
in general, but I don't know how that happens because like nowadays I feel like at least if I'm wrong, the women I know like they usually like a man who is like well put together. So it's
You
like
think so?
maybe I just haven't spoke to the woman that just get with these guys that aren't so put together. But it's just like I feel like is it an illusion that he gave you that he has it well put together,
Probably.
and by the time you figured it out, you already had it scared?
Like, no, like there's these rappers with fucking 7 baby mamas, and you think you're the one? Like, let's be serious now.
But I feel like they get with the rapper because they believe the rapper can provide.
Okay, but it's not just the rapper. Like, there's people in, like, you go out to the hood, and there's people that you're like, how has this man found 7 people to impregnate? Like,
How is he found?
Like in
How
my
is he
ideal
found?
situation, I will have one wife. I will have one wife under one roof and X amount of kids, and that's it. Like that's all she wrote. And I feel like that should be something like that should be something that people like start like dreaming about. That I'm gonna pick one partner. We gonna have a couple kids, and we just gonna stay in our kids' lives and just nurture from there. Because at the moment you start thinking you about to have multiple, I don't even know how they deal. I get distracted having to watch two things at once. I don't know how you deal with two separate baby mamas.
That sounds hectic as heck.
yeah.
No matter like that's why sometimes I'd be like, I understand that Cannon got money, but he
Oh,
doesn't tie me too much. He's walling. He's walling. I don't care how you could be Elon Musk. You do not need that many kids. Regardless
You
of
know
if
how
can-
many kids
Bro,
Elon Musk has?
He's doing
How many?
He's going band for
Yeah.
band with Nick Cannon.
Okay, but he
He
got
has
the
like
fun.
13 kids.
But he got the fans. He could go M for M with Nick Cannon and beat him. He could go beast for beast with Nick Cannon. Elon Musk, that's a different story. He can have as many kids because he could actually fund them. Like he
No,
has
it's
enough
not
money to
even-
give.
It's not even about funding, but like, how good is your relationship gonna be with the kids
Yeah.
once you have them?
That's another thing I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is like one reason you can't have to is like I think one of the most people underrate is that like one of the most fundamental things to having a child's life is just being present, and that's free. You don't need an income for that. Being present, and I feel like people underlook that so much that they don't value it enough to be like, oh, if as long as I have this amount of money, as long as I have this amount of life, I can have as many kids as you want. But it's like if you have 15 kids, like who?
Exactly. I think that's one of the main reasons that I wouldn't want like a lot of kids. Like 2, 3 max. Because I want my kids to be close to each other, and I wanna like be close to even my youngest. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if you have like 15 kids, after like child number 7, like you're just like I'm not spending time with this fucking loser, this 2-month-old, like I feel like also like just think about like the time span. Like your oldest kid is not gonna have like a real connection to your youngest if you have that many kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
All they're gonna know is that's my blood. But they probably live in like Minnesota.
How many?
Yeah.
So you want 3 kids? How many kids do you
Max,
want, Quasi?
absolutely max 3.
Max 3. How many do you want?
14.
You don't.
So you can
you
never
don't
be
wanna
serious
know.
with it. We can never have serious conversation on this podcast.
You just
because
asked me a question. I
That's
gave
the-
you an answer.
You
Why
want
not?
14 kids? You have the willpower for 14
Making it
kids?
to the league.
You're making a basketball team,
Indeed, brother.
soccer team,
And then we're
instead.
having subs. 5 aside with 4
Yeah.
subs on the bench. What are you talking about? I'm coach. We making it.
Not 14. I think max I'll go is like 4.
Mm,
4 and I'm cutting it off.
that's not too far from mine.
Because I feel like okay, Shakir, I'm just gonna talk to you because Clay don't want interested in having a serious conversation tonight. So I feel like the reason I'm saying 4 is because I had me and my sister had 2. My sister had 2. I feel like I always wanted a little sibling, and I never
Mhm.
like. I used to kill for a little brother, but like that wasn't gonna happen. And then I feel like I like 3. It's like if I have 3, it's like usually the oldest one and the first 2 are gonna connect. If I have 3, the third is gonna feel left out. So you gotta have the 4. So just in case the first 2 connect and
Really?
the next 2 connect, and then if the connection happens,
I,
yeah, I think so.
because I mean, the first
I-
2 connect, the last 2 connect. But I feel like with 3, it's a good balance though. Because
One thing though, if it's 3, I want my first one to be a boy because I full-heartedly believe that like I want my second or third to be a girl, but the first one I want it to be a boy because I full-heartedly believe that girls with older brothers are funnier than girls that don't have older brothers.
That's an interesting take.
that's a scientific.
I will die on this hill.
That's a scientific.
I will die on this hill.
Hey,
Girls with
what
older
he just
brothers.
said was women are
I'll
not
think
funny.
when I rewatch
No,
an edit
that's not what I
this,
said.
when
That's not what I said. That is not what I said. But
that
you-
brother is PR trained. He said, "No, you're not gonna do this to me."
that
He
is
said, "That's not what I said."
That
He
is
said, you're not
what
gonna
I
put
said.
words in my mouth today. Nah.
He's not putting words in my
No.
But my thing is, y'all know my stance. I don't want to have a daughter. I just know God gonna be funny and He gonna give it to me anyways. But I just be seeing how, for example, this throat spray story. That can't be anybody. That can't be anybody from my lineage because I just pray to God it's not me. I know I'm gonna have a daughter, but I think if anything, I wouldn't want an eldest daughter. I would want a son first. The next 3 could be girls, but I would want primarily. I would want a son first. But then again, it's not up to me. It's up to the universe.
and
universe,
my kids,
if you hear me,
and my kids cannot be not funny. Like if you're
Sending them back.
if you don't have a sense of humor, you're going back in.
No, it depends on how
like
you raise your kid, and it's like the upbringing too. Like the
that's another thing
funniness
I
of
had
the
was
kid
like I was like,
depends on the like.
that's what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
I was like,
So
I was because these I've been thinking about. I was like, for the kind of comedy I need from my kid, he has to grow up in Africa.
Bro,
He has to grow up in
I
Africa
thought
for
it
the
was
kind of
me!
for the kind of funny I need my kid to have. There's certain experiences that he needs to go through that I can't mimic unless I put him in Africa. And I always think about it, and it's like the reason it's so unrealistic is because I heavily doubt that like when it's time for me to get married and have a kid, whoever the mother is going to be, I don't think the mother is going
I
to
mean,
agree with
shipping
me on
your
that one.
kid to
And if the
Africa
mother
while you're
doesn't
here is
agree,
kind of wild.
yeah, and if the mother doesn't agree, it's done. My next option is to go and essentially marry somebody in Ghana, and that was already off the table before that. So, so that I'm like, because like I think about it, and I was like, kids here, like you having like my kids are going to be a lot better off than I was. Like really, like that's the standard I've set for myself. They're going to be a lot better than I was. And I was like, this kid has a house. He has a meal every time he comes home. His clothes are like done for him. Everything he wants, he's gonna get. Where's the funny gonna come from? Dad, look at my sweater. Like,
Look at my
nigga, move.
sweater.
Like nigga, move. Like, I like I don't think it's an inherent fear. Like, I can't go and work my job and come home and I'm talking to my
It's not
kid and he
funny.
talk about the worst in that. The worst thing that happened was he checked his pocket and he had $100 instead of 200. I'm gonna just look at you like, oh, like just get it. Like that's what I'm saying. So I think when I was like, do I raise my child in a third world country? And like this, but also it's like not even that I want to serve them or anything, because they're actually gonna be better off living in a third world country than they are here. I'm just like, for some of the experiences and life lessons, I want to see them like I want them to know struggle from an early age.
Would you
Wait,
be
no struggle, but
okay?
don't go through struggle.
Are you
You but then that's the other flaw. That was the other
yeah?
flaw. My thing is that I can't teach they the only way they can learn struggle how like they need to learn it is they have to go through it.
Because okay, here's the thing though. How would you prevent your kids from not having resentment for you
No,
from
that's
that? You know what I mean?
Shakir,
Like,
I'm
let's
not saying
say, like you're making good money by that time, right? You and your wife, you're making good money. You can provide a good life, and you purposely are giving them struggle like
Yeah.
that is unnecessary. You don't think that would build resentment?
here and don't get me wrong, I've brought this idea up to about countless amount of people, and there's not a kind of argument I have not heard. That include I've already heard. Like, you ship your kids off, they're going to resent you for not being present, and you know how big I am on being present. But my thing is, I always think about how my mom did it. But I think the difference between me and my mom is my mom didn't have a choice. I'm making the choice, so it's different. But like, I've never, I don't know what it is, but I never resented her. But I never resented her. But like the other flaw that somebody brought up was that I can't mimic those exact same conditions for my kids.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
it's not like a science experiment I could just duplicate again and just like, hope I get the same outcome. Like there's gonna be a lot of changes in there. So I think about I don't as it stands right now, it's not gonna happen. Like
And also that's how you took it. You can't guarantee that
that's what I'm
someone
saying.
else would take it the same way.
I know, and I already have my child's name in my head.
Jaden?
You're so funny today. You're full of jokes. You're full of jokes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna name.
his child's
I'm,
name before his wife's name.
I'm gonna name my son Kobe, not Kobe Bryant,
Kobe?
but like you know how Kobe made it?
Kobe
Kobe.
beef.
Yes,
But doesn't your
it's
kid
gonna be
have to
Kobe.
be born on a
It's gonna be
specific
Kobe.
day? Because that name is for a
No,
specific day. Traditionally.
no, it's
Traditionally.
not. No, it's not.
Kobe,
Kobe. No,
Kwabna, Kwabna,
Kobe.
Kobe
No.
is the same thing.
So that's born on a
Yeah.
Tuesday. That, nobody cares about that.
Not in America, no. Yeah, in
You
America,
gonna
no
do?
one's gonna care.
Yeah, you gonna do sue me? But Kobe, and then I'm gonna attach the rest of my name to it. Yes, but they're gonna Americanize him. They're gonna call him Kobe.
Kobe.
But no, but I don't want my kids to resent me, but it's just like I also don't know how to like let them know I'm doing it for their own good. But then, to be fair, I just feel like I'm gonna just live with him and just give him the best of love, and just whatever happens, happen. I'm just going. I'm just gonna go there and try my best. If
Yeah,
I
take
fail, I
off your
fail.
kid.
I'm just gonna try to be the
As
best
long
parent I can.
as you give them
Yeah,
the foundational
I,
foundation and common sense, it should be good.
yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what we're gonna leave you off with today. First of all, take care of your kids. don't be out here with throat spray flies for the next man. That goes for the man and the woman. As I don't know why a man would need throat spray personally,
Hey,
but
they got the ice cubes.
actually,
Wait. What is that?
Wrap it up.
What is the
Wrap
new,
it up.
what is the new myth?
We're wrapping
What
it
is
up.
this new
We're
myth?
wrapping it up. We're
What
wrapping it
is
up.
this new
We're wrapping it up.
Don't be
Ladies
silly.
and
Wrap
gentlemen,
it,
it's been
Willie.
another nice
Go.
episode on the O2 podcast. Wait, hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been your host KT.
Shakir,
Make sure to
Subscribe.
like,
comment.
and we'll catch you guys next week.
Hey, I thought he was about to fuck it up again.